Hello and welcome to the Rational Rise podcast for April 29th, 2018. I'm here joined by Mary.
Hey.
So let's start with this White House Correspondents Dinner where Michelle Wolf, comedian, headlined the dinner with her great speech. I thought it was great. The media freaked out.
I loved it. It was brilliant.
Yeah, but we're going to play some clips here and tell you why, or show you why it was amazing, and also discuss why the media didn't like it. But here is the first clip here, and this is her discussing Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
We are graced with Sarah's presence tonight. I have to say I'm a little starstruck. I love you as Aunt Lydia on The Handmaid's Tale. Mike Pence, if you haven't seen it, you would love it. Every time Sarah steps up to the podium, I get excited because I'm not really sure what we're going to get. You know, a press briefing, a bunch of lies, or divided into softball teams. It's shirts and skins, and this time don't be such a little bitch, Jim Acosta. I actually really like Sarah. I think she's very resourceful. Like, she burns facts, and then she uses that ash to create a perfect smoky eye. Like, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's lies. It's probably lies. And I'm never really sure what to call Sarah Huckabee Sanders. You know, is it Sarah Sanders? Is it Sarah Huckabee Sanders? Is it Cousin Huckabee? Is it Auntie Huckabee Sanders? Like, what's Uncle Tom but for white women who disappoint other white women? Oh, I know, Aunt Coulter.
So I thought that was incredible. Michelle Wolf was hilarious. So I have two more clips to show you, but just that clip alone. So a lot of media right now are kind of going crazy over this because...
No, the resistance is with it, aren't they?
they're bothered by the fact that they thought Michelle Wolf was somehow attacking the way she looks. But she said perfect eye, a perfect smoky eye.
Which is really hard to do, by the way. It's really hard.
So she was complimenting. She was complimenting Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Like the actual punchline there was the fact that Sarah Huckabee Sanders, despite how she looks, is lying to you. That's the whole point, and that's perfectly fine. That's just telling you the truth. This is speaking truth to power. This is what comedians do.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure why people are freaking out over this.
And the best take was from, like, Maggie Haberman. Like, clearly she's always been, like, right and on the ball about everything, especially when it came to, like, you know, Donald Trump being president and her laughing hysterically with George Stephanopoulos.
Who's terrified of the possibility of President Trump. Better vote, better get active, better get involved, because this man has got some momentum, and we better be ready for the fact that he might be leading the Republican ticket.
Next, I know you don't believe that, but I want to go on to write it down.
Yeah.
But anyways, so she had this, like, you know, take on Twitter where it was the @PressSec sat and absorbed intense criticism of her physical appearance, her job performance, and so forth, instead of walking out on national television was impressive, which is like, is that really the bar of what impressive is to the media? That's what it takes to appease these, like, liberals. And
it's amazing to me how offended they are by nothing. But then, you know, when Yemen's being bombed with the help of the U.S. with Saudi Arabia, and there's airstrikes in Syria, there's shit going on that Trump is doing. There's people being kicked out of the country, and the media should be angry about, like, there should be emotion behind that. When there's more emotion behind how a comedian talks about Sarah Huckabee Sanders than there is about what the Trump administration is actually doing, then it shows you that the priorities are kind of all over the place.
Well, what's amazing was Andrea Mitchell, you know, clearly the international reporter who's been, like, you know, you'll see ads of her on MSNBC and it's like, yeah, like, I've traveled all around the world. I'm like this prestigious international reporter, like, goes out and makes a tweet about it, requesting that Michelle Wolf apologize to to the the White House, and it's just like she was requesting an apology, but it's like where was that like I want an apology from George Bush, I want an apology from when we were bombing Syria, like again, none of that.
This is the thing with the media in Washington and New York. They're so focused on decorum, on being nice, being kind. But we're all insiders here. Let's all be kind to each other. No, the whole point, especially with a comedian like Michelle Wolf, who's coming in from outside of this, is to poke fun at how ridiculous all these people are and how so self-absorbed they are. So that's exactly what she was doing. And she was pointing out issues with the Trump administration and with, his first liar, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who is out there defending everything Trump is doing, knowing very well that she's lying for him. I mean, that's the job. So there's no problem with attacking somebody who lies for a living. Should we go to the
one thing I just wanted to add was we always talk about how, people are snowflakes and people can't handle the truth. People can't handle what's going on in the world. It's like these are the real snowflakes, the Andrea Mitchells, the Maggie Habermans that can't take it when someone insults someone's eyeliner or eyeshadow. And, those are the snowflakes.
I don't even really take that as an insult, but
yeah, I don't take it as an insult either. But it's these are the people that have moral outrage, and I get that people have some legit criticism with the left being too sensitive, but this is where that real sensitivity comes from, the media trying to make a big deal out of something when it's actually nothing.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to the next clip to show you that Michelle Wolf wasn't just attacking the Trump administration. Here she is talking about Democrats.
Democrats are harder to make fun of because you guys don't do anything. People think you might flip the House and Senate this November, but you guys always find a way to mess it up. You're somehow going to lose by 12 points to a guy named Jeff Pedophile Nazi Doctor. Oh, he's a doctor?
Again, that was great. This is the best comedian I've seen there since, I guess, Larry Wilmore. Was that last year or 2 years ago? Larry Wilmore and Colbert, from what I've seen of previous Correspondents Dinners, have been the best comedians. They're actually speaking truth to power and challenging the people that are sitting there at the tables right beside them. No fear. Here she is attacking people, or attacking Democrats, and also attacking Sarah Huckabee Sanders without any fear that of what's going to come at her because of it.
Yeah, these are just basic takes on Twitter. If you go to Twitter, this is what's happening on Twitter. This is what's happening on social media. But the media is so unaware of what the actual opinion of the regular, average person is.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
This is
that their outrage is based on this. This
is one of the few times where they actually get to hear it from somebody in front of them and not just on Twitter. This is showing you that this isn't just everyone knows the Democrats are failures. This is obvious. So her pointing it out there just shows you the reason why this is funny to me is because she's doing it right in their faces. Yeah. So let's go to the last clip here, and this one is even better, I think. This is her discussing how the press loves Trump.
There's a ton of news right now. A lot is going on, and we have all these 24-hour news networks, and we could be covering everything. But instead, we're covering 3 topics. Every hour, it's Trump, Russia, Hillary, and a panel of 4 people that remind you why you don't go home for Thanksgiving. Milk comes from nuts now, all because of the gays. You guys are obsessed with Trump. Did you used to date him? Because you pretend like you hate him, but I think you love him. I think what no one in this room wants to admit is that Trump has helped all of you. He couldn't sell steaks or vodka or water or college or ties or Eric. But he has helped you. He's helped you sell your papers and your books and your TV. You helped create this monster, and now you're profiting off of him. And if you're going to profit off of Trump, you should at least give him some money because he doesn't have any.
Again, that was great. What did you think?
I was just like, this is why the media hates this. This is why the establishment is going nuts on Twitter. This is why they're like, we don't, you know, we're gonna like make it about Sarah Huckabee Sanders and about how she insulted her appearance.
Yeah. When in reality,
when it's like she was actually like making a legit, honest criticism.
And in reality, they can't face the fact that Michelle Wolf completely destroyed them. I mean, they created Trump, and this is what's happened now. Now they are profiting off the fact that Trump is making headlines, and everybody is glued to the news because of Trump.
That's why
the press
Rachel
can't
Maddow,
face that they did that.
Yeah, that's why Rachel Maddow is number one. Like, because she talks
I
about
can't
Russia.
think of any other reason.
Like, which is really
I can't watch Maddow
sad.
anymore,
Which is very, very sad because I used to enjoy watching Maddow like eviscerate Republicans, like, or just bring on Republicans, like, you know, to her show and try to counter their arguments.
And talk about issues like Flint, things that were actually going on in the country, not just focus so much on Trump. And look, obviously you need to cover Trump. The problem here is that there is not enough journalism going into other areas. There are other things happening in the country that are being completely ignored because of Trump, or there are things that Trump has created that they aren't paying enough attention to because they're too focused on the collusion and, is Trump going to get impeached and all this shit. So her pointing this out and pointing how the press has profited off of this is, I think, perfect. And I want to mention one more thing there. In that clip, you see after Michelle Wolf mentions how the press is profiting off this, one guy in the audience is clapping. That guy is Jeff Weaver. so
him.
the Bernie campaign knows that what she's saying is true. Hey, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button below and consider throwing me a few bucks on Patreon at patreon.com/therationalnational or therationalnational.com/join.